Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Sunday, the 9th of April 2023, Easter Sunday. And even though this obviously we're playing tomorrow, this is going to be a preview video mostly about tomorrow's game away at Hull. We're still bloody talking about the game on Good Friday, and this is it from southernnews.co.uk put up today. Gary Rowett explains changes out wide in Millwall's for Luton Town. The Lions played different wingers on Good Friday after failing to break down West Brom at the Hawthorns. Gary Rowett revealed that he brought Andreas Vogelsammer and Oliver Burke into the team to face Luton Town in order to give Millwall more pace and energy out wide. The pair were 2 or 3 changes made by the manager on Good Friday, as he was also forced to bring captain Sean Hutchinson in for the injured Charlie Cresswell. The Lions started the game with Vogelsammer on the left and Burke on the right, but they had little joy in the wings and ended up switching sides after the restart. However, the Hatters managed to keep them quiet throughout the 82 minutes that they were on the pitch before being replaced. Mill's team has largely been kept the same in recent weeks, but the wide players have been most frequently rotated so far this season. While Vogelsammer and Burke were chosen on Friday, George Honeyman and Duncan Watmore have both featured heavily, while Romain Esse has also been given time off the bench. Mason Bennett and Tyler Burry are set to return from injury in the coming weeks as well. However, Rowett admitted that he based his selection on the fact that he needed fresh legs and fresh energy heading into the final games of the season. I thought Vogie and Berkey performed really well against Sheffield United. Played a back three, he said after. I just felt they gave us a bit of power and pace, and I think you could see at times with Berkey. When he opens up, he just gives you a real additional threat, which is really, really important in these types of games. For me, we haven't got a team that just picks itself. I think we've got the right players in the right games, and we'll probably have to mix that around a little bit as the final games are played. Indeed, and here we go. This also from southernnews.co.uk. Mill desperate to keep their fate in their own hands heading into the final fixtures. The Lions know a strong finish to this season will see them secure their highest league finish since 2002. Gary Rowett has said that points are all that matter in Mill's final fixtures, but they can't rely on results elsewhere to stay in top 6. The Lions could have moved 4 points clear of Norwich City in 7th heading into the last 6 games, but they draw at home to Luton Town means that the gap is just 2 points. However, the Canaries' 2-0 win at Ewood Park meant that Gary Rowett's men moved a point clear of Blackburn Rovers and were able to stay 5th. Rovers have a game in hand on all of the teams around them, but that will take place at home. The league leaders Burnley, who were promoted to the Premier League on Friday. Elsewhere, Coventry City were unable to win away at Swansea City, whilst West Brom were beaten away at Rotherham United, although Preston North End have made a late surge towards the playoffs after picking up 3 points against QPR at Loftus Road. Although the race for the top 6 finish is tight, Mill have their fate in their own hands, and Rowett knows how important it will be to grind out results, so he does not have to worry about how the teams around him perform. We've got 6 games to go, and we knew that today we'd be in the top 6 regardless, he said, ahead of Friday's 3 p.m. kickoffs. I would imagine that 1 or 2 of those results might go the way we want 2, and 1 or 2 might not. It's the way it is. I would expect that from the day. This is probably the first season that we've been in it and trying to stay in it, as opposed to trying to catch teams and every game is pressure. It doesn't really change anything. You've got to go and win games to get in the top 6. After that, you've got to try and win more games. If you want to get into the playoff final and win another game, if you want to go up, it doesn't really change. You've got to win games or football. If you can't win games of football, then at this stage with 6, it might be a point might be okay. We've had to work hard and we have to take what we can get. Yes, very very wise words, Gary. So now that was it for the news stories of today. We're going to move on to previewing tomorrow's game away at Hull City. We're going to start by going to 11v11.com, and it seems that the problem with the website is still there. I can't click on the word match and rearrange the fixtures in alphabetical order. So I've just highlighted the word Millwall, and we can see when we're at home and when we're away, and it does not look good. It does not look good. In terms of Hull City versus Millwall, so I'm probably going to have to go through these one by one actually. So a 4-0 loss, and then another loss. That was in 1929. And then another loss. and then a 4-1 defeat. And then we go move into the 60s, so a 0-0 draw. So the first time we drew there was about 5 games in. Then around Christmas in 1965 we lost. We lost in 1967. We drew in 1968. No, 1969, 1970 we lost. Are you starting to see a pattern here? Yes, does not look good. Hull City versus Millwall 1970. We lost that 2-0. Moving into the 70s, there doesn't seem to be many red when you look down. Let's have a look. 1971, that was a 0-0 draw. And here we go. 17th of February 1973, after about 13 goes of travelling all the way to Hull City to play Hull City, we finally won there, and it was a 2-0 win. Then we go back to drawing. 2 1-1 draws in the same year, 1974. And then a 0-0 draw in 1977. And then we go back to the defeats starting from 1978. So far, only one win. 1980, we lose there. Again, another loss. And then 1983, a 5-0 defeat. So this is a game that not only do we lose, but we can sometimes lose very heavily. Very heavily. And then, I'm afraid, the losses just keep coming. 1985, 2-1, 3-0 defeat. 1987, 2-1. But, hey ho, what's this? It's our second ever victory at Hull City on the 2nd of May, 1988. The old geezers watching this, that may be ringing a few bells in your head. Hull City versus Millwall on the 2nd of May 1988. Because that was the day, wasn't it? I think that was the day. Promotion was clinched, was it not? The league title, getting promoted. In 87-88, that was the last game of the season, was it not? Or was there one more after that? But yeah, that was it. So winning that game that we very rarely won, we only won there up there 2 times before. Winning that game helped us get promoted. Would be nice if we did the same thing this year. So, carrying on down the chain. 1991, go back to drawing, and then another draw. 2 1-1 draws. In 1991, 2005. Plus ça change, whatever it says. The more things change, the more they stay the same. What is that? 14-year difference, and it's 2 1-1 draws back to back. Then we play them in the 2009 FA Cup, and we lose 2-0. And then we actually win another game, another one. The third one, our third ever victory up in 2011, 2nd of April, so around about the same time of the year as we're playing them now. Another 1-0 win. Seems if we win up there, it seems to be 1-0 win, doesn't it? The one earlier was, what was that? That was fun. I've lost it because 73. No, that was 2-0. Okay. So we won there 2-0, we won there 1-0, and 1-0 1. And in 2020 we won there 1-0. But the most recent game up at Hull was in November 2021. We lost 2-1. So this is a game that we lose a lot. We lose a lot, and sometimes we lose quite heavily, like this game up here, 2012, where we lost 4-1. Actually, there's another victory there in 2018. That's a 2-1 victory. I missed that one. So what was that? That takes up to about 5. We've only won there 5 times. And a few of the times has been 1-0. So maybe that's the kind of result we should be aiming for tomorrow. Certainly do hope we score, because it's been 3 games without scoring, which is not good. Was that 90, 180, 200? Was it 250 minutes of football with no goals? Not good, is it? It's not good. Now, moving on to this. Why am I showing you this? Well, as has been mentioned on various fan sites and Twitter and stuff. Obviously, because it's a bank holiday tomorrow, Sky can show all the 3 o'clock kickoffs. There's no problem with that. Except they're showing every single game in the Championship live tomorrow, except for one. Can you guess which one that is? No. No, yep, you got it. Yep, it's our game. It's Hull versus Millwall. They are not showing Hull versus Millwall on any Sky situation. Not on the red button, not on main event, not on Sky Sports Football, not on Arena, not on at the races, not on Racing UK, not on anything, not on anything. We are the only game. So, and guess what? If you are in the UK, you cannot watch it on Millwall TV. You can listen to it. You can't watch it. If you're an international person, resident, you can pay your money and watch it. So there is that. But yeah, this is just weird. Have the club told them not to do that? I don't know what's going on. It's very, very weird. Have Hull told them not to do it? It's kind of bizarre. Maybe Hull trying to sell as many tickets as they can and told them, can you not put our game on the TV, please? I don't know. It seems very weird. They're literally showing every other game, bar ours. Hey, but here we go. Let's carry on with the preview. So these are the last 6 meetings between Hull and Millwall. Hull won 4, Millwall won 2, and there have been no draws. We haven't kept one clean sheet. They've kept one clean sheet, but both teams have scored quite a few of these. So there is that. If we scroll down past this moody video, so you can see the table. We're 5th. They're 17th. They conceded a lot of goals, but they've scored nearly as many as us. So there's that. But oh my God, no! Look at the form. Look at the form. Can you see that? There's D's everywhere. D. They D and we D. Coventry. They drew with Coventry. They drew with Reading. They drew with Rotherham. And they drew with Sunderland. Although there was some goals in it. But then we've obviously 2-0 nils. And the Huddersfield game we've failed to score. So we haven't scored in 3 games worth of football. It's not good. So let's just have a look. Obviously they're at home. So they're the 17th worst, best, whatever team in the home league. Okay. They've won 7, drawn 5, lost 8 at home. They've only scored 21 goals, but they conceded 26. Pretty average at home though. In terms of away form, Millwall, we're 9th. 7-5-8. Scored 19, conceded 23. They're not too bad. Okay, let's have a look at the form. How's the form? Ooh, okay. Oh no, the draws. So Hull 1-1, drawn 4, lost 1. So they've only lost 1 game, but they've only won 1. That's, please not another nil draw, please. I'm kind of looking at it and hoping that the reason why the West Brom was a 0-0 and the reason why the Luton game was a 0-0 because those were must not lose games for us, and if we drew with those teams it would stop them getting 2 points, and that wasn't as bad. So it was kind of a risk strategy. So I'm hoping now that we can go back to actually trying to win a game, maybe, possibly. That would be good. So yeah, let's have a scroll down and have a look. See to Hull's Oh my god, look. So Hull's form at home, which isn't that bad. Look how many clean sheets they've kept at home. This is their last 6 home games. They've conceded 3 goals to Burnley. The 5 other games they've kept clean sheets. Oh no, but well, they played West Brom, but I am Preston. But then they played Cardiff and QPR and Rotherham, so keeping clean sheets against them, well, fair enough. But oh no, this is and 2 0-0 draws as well. Preston and Rotherham had a player sent off. I don't want another 0-0 draw. Don't. If we get a 0-0 draw and we slip out of the top 6, I think it could start. It could get a bit toxic, to be honest. The fans are going to get a bit moody, aren't you? You. So Millwall's away form obviously failed to score at Coventry, failed to score at West Brom. Did keep a clean sheet at Reading and West Brom and Stoke, but conceded 2 goals at Luton after being 2-0 up and beat QPR. A bit of a mixed bag. Here's the strengths and weaknesses of the teams. You would say on paper that looks very good for Millwall, doesn't it? Match forecast. Millwall would create many scoring chances. Yes, we do. We do create many scoring chances, but very few of them are on target, and very few of them are goal. And Millwall controlled the game in the last 2 matches. Millwall failed to score in the last. Yeah. Right. Moving on to the prediction. What are they going to say? The few injuries for each team, obviously. We've seen those matchbacks already. Hull had Ozan Tufan bank on Friday evening as his 97th minute penalty levelled the scoreline in a thrilling 4-4 draw against Sunderland. The Tigers have drawn 4 of their last 5 league games and would likely be happy with another point against such impressive opposition. Don't you dare. Millwall would have taken plenty of confidence from their showing against Perth rival Luton on Friday as they outshot the Hatters 14-6 in a potential Perth dress rehearsal. Garrow outside are, however, now winless 3 league games and sit just 2 points clear for 7th place Norwich. And they predict Hull 0, Millwall 1. That would be nice. That would be cool. So, moving on to the prediction from David Bratton at skysports.com. How far down do you think we are, considering they didn't even bother putting us on the television tomorrow? Wonder where we are. And here we are. And David Bratton predicts Hull 1, Millwall 1. Interesting. Now, I've said this before, this is an incredibly short turnaround. Friday, Monday. We've seen with games Saturday, Tuesday, where Garrett played the same 11 and we've come up, shockingly ended up losing the game. We need the fresh legs. I think the reason Honeyman was dropped for the Luton game was they're going to bring him in for this game because obviously he used to play for Hull. I imagine he wanted to play in this game, so I think he's going to start at least. Are we going to still carry on with the same formation 4-2-3-1? Maybe not. I don't know. Probably. I don't think they're going to bother changing it. Although, certainly need to get some more support up, helping Bradshaw. I'm extremely worried it's going to be another 0-0. 900 Millwall fans going up there for this game. Certainly hope they don't witness that turgid 0-0 draw again. look, we played all right against Luton. We just didn't get any clear cut chances. There were a couple of chances that Burke and Bog was saying they probably should have just got their foot on the end of it first time they were trying to control it and trying to make sure that the ball went in the net, which you just got to do what Bradshaw does and just get something on it, and hopefully it goes towards the goal. Like I said, Garrett, I think there's going to be at least one course change. Ryan Leder, I don't think he's going to play. You think if Garrett does change Honeyman and bring back, that's 2 changes. If he makes 3 changes, certainly can see us winning this game. We have a lot of players coming back. Mason Bennett, Tyler Berry. And we'll see how we go. Now that as I've just shown you, the history of the game is a game that we lose quite often, and sometimes quite heavily. I can't see that happening this year. Obviously, the last time we got promoted out of this league, or the last and the only time we got out of this league, we went up there at the end of the season and ended up winning 1-0 at Hull. And I would like to think that we could do that again right now tomorrow, and that would be an omen in terms of the situation and what lies ahead. So I'm going to go for Hull 0, Millwall 1. Hull 0, Millwall 1. And on that note, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.